B, you're live.
I don't see my face. Okay. I won't see myself. Oh, I see myself. Okay, how you doing? How you doing? Okay. Welcome to Straight Talk with Mr. B. And that will be me. Hope everybody week went by fine and lovely. Today, we're going to talk about resumes. Resume to get you through the doors. I'm not an expert, but I have put in resumes. I did one, and it got me some job interviews. I had one yesterday. Hope it went well, and I will let you know when they let me know if I got it or not. But if I didn't get it, I'm still happy that they called. And it was because of my resume. Since then, I have formatted and redone my resume better by a member of my team, Miss Angela Turner, CEO of Turner and Perry, which is a company who they specialize in carpentry work training for people, which she will also help me establish the training module for the Never Give Up Reentry Center. So with that being said, we're going to go straight to about resumes. I don't know if anyone knows the different types of resumes. There are 4 types, but this community should be concentrated on just one type. Does anyone know what that is? Please raise your hand in the back if you know what type. Oh, nobody knows. Now, Dave, do you know what type? A resume for the returning citizens.
For returning citizens. No, I do not know the 4 types of resumes. Why don't you tell us what are the 4 types of resumes?
Okay, the 4 types will be, and yes, I have notes. Chronological. I won't make that. Could you say it correctly for me?
Chronological. You said
chronological. That's the first one. That is the one where most employers like to see, because it's putting in order, the order that you work, and the time that you work, and the dates. So this is mine, but you can't really see it. I don't know. We can't zoom in on that.
No, sir.
Okay, and it basically is saying my profile, my name up top, and whatever, and it's formatted. It's formatted excellent. I'm so much in love with this resume. I'm ready to apply for another job, several jobs, just because it's formatted fine. That is chronological resume, and that's what most people look at nowadays.
And it's date driven, right, sir?
Correct. It's date driven. It's date. Now the other one is called what? Wait a minute. I have so many notes here. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry about this again. It's oh shoot. Functional. There you go. A functional one. The functional one is good for returning citizens and people who had lapse in work, because it focuses on what you can do. So when you focus on what you can do instead of the time in the order, it shows that, hey, I am a mechanic. This is what I can do, and this is what I did. So if you ever had lapse in it, it's not showing the lapse in time, it's showing what you can do. Okay? Then there's a mixed one that you put both in. So there are tips on it, what you do for it, on your resume. First and foremost, you don't share up front your history, your criminal history. You don't share it up front, not on your resume. You know, not until they ask. There's no rule of law saying you have to do that. You know, there's none on it. You present it to them the way that's nice. So you take your time and you do it that way. But you don't put it first line, I was locked up. You discuss it, but you have your resume there to break the barrier. So he looks at the resume, and then sometime during the conversation, when you're looking at it, you discuss it, you do it in a mild way. There's several words you can use, but you don't dress it up, you don't omit it. You just put it how do I say it? Excuse me for saying, you put it in a way that the employer or potential employer understands. He understands. So that's why you format your resume in the functional way. Okay? Then you, excuse me again for saying it. Yet when you fill your resume, I did jump the gun. You have to understand that you're filling the resume. Each resume for each job is different. Number one. You put it with, does the employee, you understand what the employee needs. So if it's, you're a maintenance man, you put on your resume, you make sure you have these words on it. You clean, you sweep, etc. Put some of the words you see on the job description should be on your resume. Okay? Some of the words should be. And that's to show this, that you have the skills they need. And then you also make it look like you committed. You committed to the job. That you like the job, you committed to it. And one of the key important ingredients is, are you responsible? Are you a responsible person? Do you have trouble getting along with others? How do you like authority, etc.? So if anybody's switched over, hint, hint, and listening, you can call. And the call-in number is 240-455-5934. If you follow the instructions, please call in at 240-555-5934. We do have a guest calling in that is a partner that just joined the team, so we look forward to her call. Okay.
Now, I have a technical resume if you'd like to review that, sir.
You have a technical one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dave has a technical resume. That was an arm, okay, that was his arm. You never see him, but you can hear him. Okay, this is a technical one. He likes to call this technical. Now, another thing is sometimes it's good to have other people look at your resume all the time so they can see things that you didn't see. Like he looked at mine, I look at his. His is formatted and it's highlighted, it's underlined. To me, it's underlined too many times for me. But he, you know, I have mine underlined one time, he has his underlined, everything underlined. So the bold is different, you know, the lining is different. Being that I do t-shirts, so I'm technical, just like you would do music and words, you're technical. I'm technical on the layout. I'm technical on how it looks, because I want it to look uniform. That's the military, you know? You want the resume to look uniform. In other words, and also the rule of thumb is they want it to be one page. But when you get our age, it's not one page, unless you only have one job, which for a while I did. They 1 or 2 pages. 3 pages should be your references on the 3rd pages, and etc. So, but when they look at it, you want it uniform. You want it uniform. You want it something to catch their eye. Because remember, the person looking at your resume has hundreds they look at. So yours got to be the one to catch the eye. There got to be key words on it. That's why I say it has to be key to the type of job you want. If it's plumber, and on your resume you got all types of big words saying hydraulic specialist, but not one word plumber in it, I'm not going to look at it. I'm sure. So there should be key words to catch the eyes. And I think most of them nowadays have keywords, a list of keywords to see on it. The eye catcher. You want words to catch. Now I'm looking at Dave's, and his got words that I'm not even going to try to pronounce, because that's him.
His skills, the technical skill sets as a computer systems analyst.
Right.
So you were saying the skill sets that the employer is looking for, you have to have those on your resume.
Correct. Have them on it.
He's got a job order. He's got a job that he needs done with this skill set. So the first thing I hit him with is the summary of my skill sets, and he can look on his work order and see do I have those specific skills.
See, your resume is
It's a technical resume.
functional technical because it's showing what you can do. So you look
And
at
it's
it.
chronological too.
It's not as chronological as well. You do have it is it's mixed.
Yep.
But when you look at it, he has more O's and I's and E's and on it. That I mean, to me, it looks like it's in Chinese. But to a computer person or technical person, they look and say, "Oh wow, look here you go." It's like music to a song. They're like, "Oh, they can sing it." I can't sing this. There's so many O's and T's and E's.
Acronyms, a lot of acronyms.
A lot of acronyms. Yes, there's too many acronyms. Look like an OE, like the end of the alphabet. But it's his and it's put together. But like I said, everyone can sit there and assist. So if you're doing this, you're looking for a job, you're sitting at home and you're doing a resume, remember, have a key to. Next week I will have me try to get me board and point to you. And we'll spend a little bit more time, Dave, to know
More visuals.
We'll have more visuals.
Yes, sir.
Because next week, I mean, yeah, I want you to have things like on your resume, you want it to say, when they look at it, you want to look and say, wow, this is the person for the job. Because the resume is nothing but a letter, a love letter to the employer to say, pick me. Bottom line. Man or woman, pick me. I have been fortunate enough that I wrote a love letter and someone called me at the DC jail. And I appreciate them people for calling. And I had the phone interview, which was different. First time I had one. But I think it all went well. So I do appreciate you all at the Ready Center at DC jail for calling me. Will I get it? I don't know. But sometimes you also have to go to get your message and get your practice across. Take a lower pay or take a higher pay if you can, or do something to learn more. So I don't mind learning. I love learning. So if they can teach me, I will learn. If I can teach them, I hope they'll be willing to. So I'm going there to learn and hopefully work with them just so they can grow so I can teach more and learn more. Because one thing I noticed when you try to teach, you learn more. You teach more. I'm open to learn. So you can call in at 240-455-5934. And once again, normally on Facebook Live, we're on YouTube. Excuse me, throat dry. So that's where I'm at now. We're looking at the resumes and different types, and I'm noticing that Mr. Day is, and I'm sorry, I'm using an abbreviation for his name, but that's the street name. We're gonna say Day, okay? We're not gonna say Anthony without using his last name. Leonard. No, I'm not gonna use his whole name, but I'm messing with him. So we sit there and to get back serious on your resumes. He's done a lot of program analysts. What's a program analyst?
Program analyst is specific to the environment and or the technology you're dealing with. This is a mainframe technologist resume.
Okay. So I will get back at that when I'm finished the resumes, because then we'll talk about the different jobs. Like I said, so your resume should do what? Understand what the people want. Identify who you are, and then also put you to tell you can do what they need.
True. Okay.
Bottom line, you want to tell them you can do it, and that you had some type of results in the past. That you did it, and here's who I did it for, and this is what I did there, and then that you committed to that job, or you have done things similar to it. You can skip resumes, skip careers, but have to show in your resume that you did it, that you went to school for, or etc., or that you good at it, okay, and you have good references, okay. So you keep it, let me see, and yes, one of the other thing is, please don't use prison language. Do not use language to say that you was incarcerated. Okay? Do not use it. Now, with that being said, also make sure that you're not convicted of robbing a bank, even though you may not want to rob no more banks, okay? But you cannot rob a bank and go to Bank of America and say you want to be a teller. That's not going to work, okay? You cannot rob a bank and say I want to work at Bank of America. No, you cannot, okay? And you cannot be a thief and say you want your hand at the cash register. It don't work. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping a straight talk with you. You can't do it. So you have to figure out what you're good at. And you can do good things. There are high-paying jobs out there for you. I just realized today that a flight steward can have a record. I just don't want to be on my airplane the way they falling out the sky. A flight steward, you don't have to have you can have a record on it. As long as you're up front, a lot of things will hire you. You know, welding is a good paying job. They make good money. You don't have to record for that. Just don't get mad at nobody and burn them up. Electrician, welding, of course, every prison favorite, HVAC. Everybody come home and do HVAC. I'll have somebody on here one day this week, or next week, or the weeks to come that do HVAC for a living. Okay, you can be a carpenter. Most construction with your hands, with your skills, with your hands, you already know you can make a job with it because most of you doing it as a side hustle, which is good. Okay, which is good. And certain records, certain charges, you still go in the military. With certain charges, you can still go in the military because right now they're looking. You know, there's places like oil fields, they hire you. Pipelines, they hire you. Of course, CDLs, they hire you. But once again, you have to check and make sure that the record doesn't interfere. You can't hit nobody and get locked up for it and come out and drive nothing. You can't even, you know Uber's out there. I wouldn't want nobody driving my car, but Uber has their tricks to it. I've never done it, never wanted to. So, let me see, Uber. So if you're good with people, excuse me, something such as a receptionist, if you can answer the phone, hello, how can I help you? Have a nice voice and speak nice and slow and become somewhat articulate. I like how I said that myself. But you take your time and you can be a receptionist. You can practice this when you answer your own phone. Hello, how are you doing? Me, myself, I use this show to practice so that I can become more articulate. Okay, one of the things I preach to you is always try to improve yourself. Always try to improve yourself. So I stopped at, and computer field, you can have a record on some computer fields. Network specialist, you can. Let me see what else I have. I have my notes. I'm looking at my notes. I didn't try to remember all this. You can sell stuff. Always sell stuff. But remember, if it has to be something that you do naturally, because most of the time, if you do it naturally, it's easy. You know. You can sell, insurance salesman. Okay? Insurance salesman, you can go to a job and become the copy man or the person walk around the office doing things. Something like that. That takes going there and just applying, answering the phone and doing that. And you can always be managers if you put on your resume right. You put on your resume, I know a lot of people like to put what they did inside the institution. You can put it, but word it correctly. And also make sure that it's not one of the spots where you don't call nobody. Say, here you go. I have a letter from a person. So if a person, you come home and you my tierman or you work with me for 2 years, I trusted you with my career, my job, because you couldn't mess me up. So I should be able to write you a letter and say, here's a contact, email me or whatever, for reference. So that's one way of asking a person to see. They may not, they may do. But if you've been in and you was in and you worked as a tierman, which is someone who helped the COs feed people in the prison, you can put that and word that as porter. While you're incarcerated, you're a porter. Because you use those skills to help do certain things a porter to do. What would a porter do, Dave, you know? A porter, yeah.
Primarily in a training situation, you're talking about
No, there's no.
a waiter.
Waiter, porter. Well, I'm saying when you're incarcerated, you're a detail man, which means you do it. You can word it. You can put different types. You can put different words, and I will put porter. Then you explain to the interviewer what you did while you was in there. You was helping the people feed every day. You kept the unit tidy, or you put maintenance, something like that. But it's how you word what you did and what you're good at. It's how you word your time in.
The service you provided to others.
Okay, there you go. See how you said the service you provided to others. Now remember, my pet peeve is your reentry starts the day you are incarcerated. After they put them cuffs on you, that's when you start thinking if you want to continue doing it. Because if you do, they have police officers training every day. So you'll keep them employed. But on this show, my job is to make sure that you have the mindset that you don't want to do it anymore. And that's what I want you to do. I don't need you to watch this and try to critique me or critique the show, and you don't want to critique yourself. Be your hardest critic. I am. I watch each show afterward, and I critique, and I try to do better. I try to bring more information. My shows sometimes be an hour. I have a guest, it's an hour. If it's just me and you, people listening, just kicking it, I'm just sitting out pouring who I am. It'd be shorter, which is cool with me, as long as I get my message across. And my message today is about the resumes, different type of jobs. I think I'm gonna finish the resumes, but if you have any questions, you can call 240-455-5934. So that means no one switched over, and they'll look at it later on. I'll repost this. Okay, here you go. I'll repost this on my Facebook page. Hope you watch it then. And if you watch it later, thank you and hello, family and friends. And those who are not my friends, hello. Because I know if you watch, you're not my friend, I still love you. Okay? Because that's me. I'm going to love you regardless. Because loving is easy. Well, it's hard, but hating is too easy. And I don't have time for hate. Life is too precious. But we're not going to go into that. That's one of my things that I do. So there are different careers we can do. You can do anything you want to. And the federal government will hire you with a record as long as you come in there and you're upfront with it. And your resume states that you can do the job. Okay? I know because I do it. I am there. And I was upfront with them. If you, like I said, depending on what you did, and the job has to be not the same thing. Now, also, you have to have worked on yourself. You have to want it. I can't emphasize enough on it. Your attitude and what you think about people and how you treat people has to change. You can't come home thinking everybody's supposed to jump for you. You cannot go into a different mode unless you take your time and understand who you are and why you are. One of the modules of my Never Give Up Reentry program will be understanding who you are, understanding how you was raised, and correlating that into what your decisions you made today. Example, I was raised in a split, split family relationship. I stayed with my mother for a while and my father. So I was split. And most of us was raised in split. We had to fill that middle with something, negative or positive. I chose negative. And that's why I made some of the bad decisions. So you have to understand the reason why you make the certain decisions. Some of you know how to do resumes because it was drilled in you as a child. Some of us hurt our children by not teaching these things because we don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you do know, you do better. So my job is to teach you better. Best of my ability. I don't have no letters behind my name. Oh, yes, excuse me. Yes, I do. I have SR. That's for senior, not doctor. I have SR, senior. So that's what I have behind my name. But what I have behind me is experience. And also some counseling schooling, but experience and mistakes that I've made that I will not make again. So that's where I met with that. Like I said, we're doing resumes and no one called yet in. I'm waiting on my guests to call in. And you know me, guests don't call in. Yes, I will call you and ask you what happened. That's what I do. If you don't like that and I call you, please let me know because I don't care. I'm still going to call you. Get mad. No. Some people, let me see, hold on. Our guest is my new Vice President of Operations. Hello? Oh, it's ringing. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm waiting now for my first call. Is on? Did it ring?
Not yet.
Okay. We're still waiting for it to ring. I don't hear it ring. Let me see. Wait a minute. Okay. Anyway. The progress of my nonprofit it seems to be improving more and more. Like I said, we're writing the curriculum, which should be ready by the end of this month. I have several people to train my people. Let's see. To train them.
We have a call.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello, and welcome to Straight Talk with Mr. B. How are you doing?
I am fine. This is Angela.
Of Turner and...
Turner and Perry.
Yes, Turner and Perry. Please briefly describe Turner and Perry to my listeners.
Okay, Turner and Perry is a learning and development firm. We specialize with curriculum development, team building, leadership development, and we have a mock interview program and an interview success toolkit.
Oh, wow, okay. So is this interview for jobs?
Yes.
So do people pass and fail?
What we do, we get information from the candidate by getting their resume, information about their job and their background, and we simulate a mock interview which can contain up to 3 interviewers and give them feedback and evaluation to help them prepare for jobs.
Is this free?
There is a charge for this, but we also offer discounts, and it will depend on the actual job they're applying for and their educational experience and background.
So how do you get a discount?
We will do a consultative review with you, and they can call 877-810-0035.
So repeat that, please.
Okay.
Eight.
Can I do this? Thank you, sir. Look, we can come back here. You want to switch? Oh yes. Could you please repeat that for listeners? We're gonna put it on the screen.
Yes, the number is 877-810-0035.
Hold on. Did you get that?
I'll tell you again.
Okay. We're a little older. Can you say it one more time, please?
Sure, our toll-free number is 877-810-0035.
Now, okay, put that on the thing. And what's the time they can call?
They can call at any time. We'll usually get back to them within the same business day.
So so there's no call you all don't answer, correct?
If we don't answer, we will be returning their call at our earliest convenience.
So you return all calls.
Yes, and they can also reach out to us through social media by looking up Turner and Perry, and that's spelled TurnerAndPerry. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Oh, just look on the same handle, Turner and Perry.
Yes.
Sounds like a law firm, Turner and Perry. So when you say team building, how do you build teams?
We build teams by looking at the needs and where they want to go and helping them reach their desired income. And we can teach a range of topics including conflict resolution, performance improvement, communication, leadership, managing change. Or we can personalize a product based on the group or organization's needs.
Here, I won't say it out loud because I'm laughing at you. Dave is so, you know how smart people,
Meticulous.
they're very particular and they, small words trip them up.
Nah, I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Because you got to keep it.
Capital P.
Got it.
Okay, so other things that with the team building. So do you pick the team members, or do I have to bring people who I want to be on the team?
So your question is, somebody wants to build a team?
Right. If I want to build a team, do I bring the people to you to build, or do you pick them for me?
Well, if you wanted to build a team, the first thing we need to look at are your goals and objectives. We'll check your mission and vision statement. And we'll help you create an organizational chart by identifying and defining roles of each team member, how they work with each other, and how they work towards the main goal.
So are you saying that I couldn't have my brother that don't know nothing about my business on my team, but he needs a job?
Well, he would need to be trained in the role that you provide for him.
Okay, I like that. Okay. I'm trying to twist you up, but I can't twist you up, huh? You're sharp. This is why you're a captain on my team. You're sharp. I can't twist you up. Now, conflict resolution. What is that?
Well, conflict is always seen as a bad thing, and we embrace it as a good thing. Conflict does not always mean something negative or something that's toxic. You actually want to have conflict in the team because what you're doing is getting an exchange of ideas and opinions, and you're getting feedback from each team member, and that's going to actually enhance the effectiveness and productivity of the team if you manage conflict properly.
Oh, okay. So is there anything on there for like anger management?
Yes, anger management, we can teach that under conflict management, but they can also go under leadership development.
Okay. So to implement you all into the program, into the Never Give Up Reentry Center, because all these things you're offering are overwhelming, and I would like to thank you on the air, by letter or whatever. Once they finish these courses, do they get a certificate?
They do not get a certificate, but they get feedback and they get an evaluation form. And again, these are up to 3 people that interviewed them. We all give individual feedback. and we'll give a summative review of their interview experience, which gives them tips which will help them in their interview process.
Okay. Oh, briefly, now I was here trying to describe all 4 different types of resumes. Could you help us with that?
Sure. Well, the 4 types are chronological, functional, combination, and targeted. So chronological, you're usually doing your most recent job to your last job. Functional will be based on a skill set or a attribute that you have related to the job that you're applying for. Combination is actually the chronological and functional resume combined. And targeted would be your experience based on one specific skill. For example, if someone's an aerospace engineer, they're only listing their previous job experience that dealt with aerospace engineering. Same thing with a mechanic. They would only list jobs that were dealing with mechanical skill sets.
Okay. So if a person that was previously incarcerated contact you, or how would y'all help an individual? Seems like you all help just organizations. Do you help individuals?
Yes, we do individuals.
Okay.
And that's our interview success toolkit that's available. And our website is turnerperry.com. If they go to turnerperry.com and click on the individuals tab, it shows that the products that we have that are available.
Do the website up. Okay, Dave, do the website on it. Just add the website to it. Okay. So you're kind of new to this area?
Yes, I've been here for 2 years. I'm actually raised in Michigan, so I want to expand our business to the Mid-Atlantic region. So I moved here in 2017 for a client, and I fell in love with the DMV. I'm here to stay.
And we sure appreciate you here. So have you done any business in D.C. yet?
Yes, we work with the healthcare industry.
Right. In D.C.?
Yes, in Baltimore area, not
Right.
D.C., but in Baltimore area.
Right. No, okay. Here, Baltimore, for some of my clients, is like the other side of the moon. They're not
Okay.
they're not going to go there. They're not going to go to Baltimore. But they will go somewhere that they know is success. So do y'all provide job leads?
Yes, and we can meet them anywhere in the D.C. area.
Okay. No, I was asking, do you all also have job leads?
Do we have job leads?
Correct.
Well, we can act as a recruiter and find jobs for a candidate. We're happy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And that would, again, require a consultative review where I would meet with the candidate and see what their needs are, and we'll help them reach that goal.
Okay, well, let me go urban and street with you. Okay. Questions I know they're going to ask. Why I got to pay somebody and they got, why would I pick to pay you when I know that I can go down to UPO down the street and they do the same thing or similar?
Because our differentiator is the people down the street that not have our experience, and they are not going to put the time and effort into bringing the best possible interview scenarios that we provide for them. And my philosophy is you get what you pay for. If you want a cheap or free product, there's very little investment you put into yourself. So if someone wants to invest in themselves and actually build their brand, and I heard earlier you mentioned that your resume is a love letter, I consider a resume your brand. So just like you see a commercial on TV, that advertiser is trying to gain buyers and put interest in their product. So as a candidate, you want to brand yourself in that resume. That's your commercial. What's going to make you stand out? What's your differentiator? What makes you set apart, and why should people hire you? So it takes our skill set and our process to help those candidates maximize their potential in the interview process.
I couldn't say it better myself. Sound like you were reading my book. Thanks. But that sounds excellent. So, other things, or you have anything on horizon in this area?
Pardon?
Does your company, Turner and Perry, have anything on the horizon in this area?
Anything in this area for DC?
Correct.
No, not at the moment.
Okay. But I know soon you will, because we're doing this together, so soon you will. Okay?
Oh, absolutely.
So that's also a challenge to those people that's in this area that may know somebody that do the same thing. My challenge is, my weekly challenge is the same thing. If you can do better than us, come over and show me. I'll take that challenge any day. If you can do better than my team, or you can do better than Turner and Perry, or you can do better than anybody that's on my team, come on the show, call in, and show us. Because I'm about uplifting, helping people do better. That's what we are about. And that's who we partner with when we do things with. And that's how we have people who call in to do, that can assist you into a better life. So, what other experience you had working with returning citizens?
I was actually a volunteer chaplain in Oakland County Jail in Michigan for 10 years. So we dealt with actual life skills lessons, Bible studies, and we actually helped with their job reentry program and a few community outreach efforts.
Now, sometimes our clients get it mistaken that when you go to the religion part first, they forget the religious people forget the part that why I'm there, and they key on religion. So, you had any experiences like that, dealing with somebody who wanted, they'll rebuke the religion, but they want help first?
Well, some of those occasions we deal with entitlement, or people want instant gratification. But the main thing you want to do is look at every individual on a case-by-case basis. You never want to stereotype someone based on their experiences, their record, or what they've been through. Mm-hmm. But you also want to empower them with the self-esteem and confidence they need that will put them in a better place, put them in a better situation.
Explain entitlement, please.
Wanting a handout, thinking you deserve something, wanting something with very little effort on your part.
Okay, that's a good way.
Making unwise decisions and expecting other people to pay for them.
Okay. So, when you're seeing somebody, what comes first, the religion or the mission as far as helping? Which one do you concentrate first on?
Oh, when I see someone, I see a person, a human being that has potential and has a purpose on earth. Nothing to do with religion. Regardless of their race, background, sex.
Okay. They're cheating. Cheating, huh? Yes.
Thank you, Colin. We out.
I'm getting fired. Oh, okay. Well, Miss Angela, I will thank you for calling, and I appreciate your information. He put it up there. You see the contact information on there. And we look forward to working and talking to you. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to some great things together. Thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm. Phone up. Okay. Well, it's come time to end the show again. Excuse me, one more time. Tonight's show was about resumes. I hope you enjoyed it or can take something from it. Contact me. My number, Never Give Up Reentry. You can contact me during the week. You know my Facebook thing. So that wraps up tonight's show. Good night, God bless, and take care.